first term. Bulldogs have been goalless in the last. Scott West again. It drops short. Edwards gets back there. The hand pass away. Jamison. Siren! Crows are in the grand final!
Oh, look at them. They've gone mad at Football Park. And the players... Well, look at Libba. Bubba Smith cannot believe it. There's been so much written and so much said. But the reality is the Dogs have missed out. Malcolm Blight and his men are through. Heartbreaking scenes and heartbreaking times for the Dogs. Triumph for the Adelaide Crows, KB.
Yes, but look, let's give full credit to Adelaide.
Yeah.
They look to be down and out at half-time. They've come back with one of the great wins that we've seen in finals football. And this win today could be the absolute makings of the Adelaide Football Club. They look gone. I said at one stage that maybe the fire in the belly was gone out, but the pilot light was still burning. And let's go down to Neil Curley because he's got Malcolm Blight.
Well, Malcolm, you don't see many better five backs than that.
No, it's one of the specials, isn't it? I mean, it was just, it was marvellous.
To take the game away from them, they looked in control.
Yeah, we went through it pretty rationally at half-time and just thought if we could win the third quarter and then if we could win the last quarter, and it's turned out we won it, so we won it. So, I mean, it was just an amazing game.
A lot of character shown there by the players.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fight all year, Neil, as you would know, and look, we had babies out there today that made some shocking blues early, but they fought back. It was great.
Well done.
Terry Wheeler, you're with Darren Jarmen. Wills? Terry.
Okay, Darren, an incredible comeback in the last quarter.
I can't believe it, Terry. You know, Malcolm said go out and enjoy the last quarter, and anything's happened. And as you see, we just got up.
So you can say Aaron Keating started to give a bit in the middle.
Yeah, he's worked real hard, Aaron, and you know, he had a bad injury at the start of the year, but he's worked his butt off to get back, and as you see, the boys are pretty happy.
But Jars, bugging me dead. You were down and out, but you've come out with something.
Yeah, Malcolm put me to full forward, tried to get out one-on-one, and you know, the kick a couple at the end there was terrific.
Good on you. Go and enjoy it, fella.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Terry Wheeler, I think, putting on a brave face. The old doggy must be disappointed, but look at the Crow boys. Hart, Jamison and Co, Tyson, Edwards, Matthew Robert. While now the Bulldogs must reflect on a season that has given the football public, KB, so much, hasn't it? Terry Wallace and his band of men have been fantastic.
It was going to be the Cinderella grand final at half-time. St Kilda against the Western Bulldogs. Just one premiership each for those two clubs. But we've got to hand it to Adelaide. To come from behind, they lost champion Tony Modrell in the game. It was good to see him out in the field, a huge smile on his face, so pleased for his teammates, even though he won't be there next week, and there he is on screen just hobbling along. But they came back from adversity, and they've pulled off one of the great final wins of all time. Don't forget they lost one here against Essendon. They've been on both sides of the coins, Tim.
There's no doubt about that. As we see Terry Wallace, and he's obviously a dejected man. Look, there's a fine line between victory and defeat. We see those Adelaide Crows, and I guess Jeff Kennedy will be rubbing his hands together because we'll have all these interstaters here again next week and all that money going into the coffers, Sandy.
And don't try and ring Ansett at the moment because they're engaged. But well done to the Adelaide Crows. A phenomenal effort. As we said, they did look in real bother. They looked dead and buried.
Such a fine line. You mentioned, Tim, when Mark West in that last dying minute ran into the open goal. If he kicks a goal, it's all over. Even Chris Grant had that opportunity. Maybe just not enough talk between Hudson and Grant, which gives you that split second, which enables him to just put the ball through.
A lot of what-ifs, KB, but I think some of the moves made at half-time too by Malcolm Blight to put McLeod up onto the ball, to get Bond up onto the ball, got Kane Johnson into the play, shifted smart, as you say, and also the move of Darren Jarmen deep into the forward line in that last quarter too, because all of a sudden they looked extremely dangerous when they went forward, and aren't they enjoying it down there in the Crows' rooms?
Yes, they certainly are. We'll pick up some of the boys there with Stephen Trigg.
Well, Pittman, as we saw a moment ago, he now has the opportunity to play in the grand final.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Serving that 1 week suspension.
And we've got to spare a thought for Paul Di Martino, who we spoke to at half-time. At that stage, it looked as though he was going to play in the grand final.
Now, in South Australia, do you want to sing along?
I've heard you're singing.
I don't want to sing.
But I tell you what, yes, I'm sure they will at the convention centre. Stand up and sing.